Okay, these are some hints for the finding slope assignment for October 6th. So if you would please at the top of your paper write due today, October 6th. That's today. This assignment is due at the end of the class period. So remember, the slope of a line is the change in y over the change in x, or the rise over the run. You can use this formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and do a couple of problems with you. So let's take a look at number 1. So for number 1, we have a table of values, and what we need to do is we need to choose 2 points to plug into that formula. So I'm going to choose the first 2 points. It doesn't matter, you can choose any 2 points as long as you're consistent with your numbering. So for example, if I choose this first point here, I'm going to label this x1, y1, and I'm going to use the second point, x2, y2. So now I'm going to take those 4 pieces of data, those 2 points, and plug them into that formula there at the top. So I'm going to have my slope is 4 minus 2, because that's y2 minus y1, over 1 minus 0, x2 minus x1. 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 over 1 is 2, so the slope for this table is 2. Be sure to show your work on the next 5 problems the same way. You can choose any 2 points from the table. It does not matter which 2 points you choose. Number 7. Number 7 says Rebecca is climbing up a 500-foot cliff. By 1 p.m., she has climbed 125 feet up the cliff. By 4 p.m., she has reached an altitude of 290 feet. Find the average rate of change, that means slope, and Rebecca's altitude during those 3 hours. So I have a table here, so I'm going to use this table with the word problem. So her total is 500 feet. At 1 o'clock, she has climbed 125 feet up. By 4 p.m., she's reached an altitude of 290 feet. So I can use that slope formula again. So let's say this is 1 p.m. is my x1, 25 is my y1, 4 p.m. is my x2, 290 is my y2. So in that slope formula, I'm going to say 290 minus 125 over 4 p.m. I'm going to abbreviate that and say 4 because it's 4 hours after noon, so I can say 4 minus 1 p.m. minus 1. Because what we're really looking for is that difference, that change. Because from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock is 3 hours. And the difference between 290 and 125 is 165. So now what I want to know is, what does 165 divided by 3 reduce? And it does, to 55. So her average rate of change in altitude is 55 feet for every 1 hour. So it's 55 feet per hour. Eight and 9 can be done similarly. Number 10. Number 10 says Handy Dandy sells Santa's trail mix in a decorative tin during the Christmas season. Several sales of trail mix at Handy Dandy were recorded, and those were recorded right down here. So A says, find the cost of 1 pound of holiday trail mix. So 1 pound, so the number of pounds of trail mix purchased. So 1 pound costs $3.57. B says, find the cost of the decorative 10. There's a couple of ways to find this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find an average rate of change, and then work backwards to see, well, when you buy 0 pounds, what would be the cost? So here, my change from $3.57 to $4.64 is $1.07. My change from $4.64 to $5.71 is $1.07. Here our pounds increased by 1. So my average rate of change is 107. So it costs $1.07 for every pound of trail mix. So if I work backwards, I could say $3.57 minus $1.07. And that would be $2.50. So the cost when I buy 0 pounds of trail mix would be $2.50. So that would be the cost of the decorative 10. Number 11 can be done using the same method. Number 12 through 17. Let's see, let's do number 13. The directions say graph the line through the given point with the indicated slope. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph this point first and then use the slope to find some additional points. So my point is -5, 8. So I'm going to start at 0, 0. We're going to go left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and positive 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My slope is -2/3. So to graph the line, I'm going to go down 2 and right 3. And I can keep going down 2 and right 3 until I run out of space. It'll be easier to graph the line with more points. So down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. I can even go backwards. I can go up 2 and left 3. Then you can connect the points, use a straight edge, or if you think you can, if the points are close enough together, you could draw a line through all of the points. The other 5 problems in this section can be done using the same method. Be sure to turn in this assignment at the end of the class period.